Welcome to the Morning Download Podcast, your go-to resource for personal finance, economics, and market insights. In just 8 minutes a day, we provide valuable information to help you make better money decisions. Don't forget to sign up for our free newsletter at https://www.morningdownload.com/subscribe. Let's dive right in. In today's episode, we'll cover stocks performance, new home sales decline, Shein's IPO filing, updates on the crypto industry, tips on saving capital gains tax, and the importance of consistent investing according to Benjamin Graham.
Let's dive into some recent news in the economy. First up, it looks like new home sales in the United States took a hit last month. This happened because mortgage rates reached their highest levels of the year. Sales of newly constructed homes dropped by 6% in October, with a seasonally adjusted annual rate of 679,000. Compare this to the revised rate of 719,000 in September. However, it's worth noting that sales were still up by 7% compared to this time last year. Analysts were expecting sales to hit an annualized pace of 723,000, so it fell short of that. On a brighter note, while existing home sales have been on a downward trend, new construction homes have been a popular choice for buyers. Now, on to some global news. Jack Ma, the influential entrepreneur, is betting on a new food business in China. It'll be interesting to see what he brings to the table in this industry. Next up, Apple iPhone maker Foxconn has announced plans to invest $5 billion in India. They're looking to expand beyond China, and this investment is a big step towards that goal. Lastly, the CEO of Coinbase, a major cryptocurrency exchange, believes the crypto industry can move forward after the historic settlement reached with Binance. It'll be fascinating to see how this impacts the future of the crypto world. So, big news in the world of stocks. Shein is coming to the US. The fast fashion retailer has confidentially filed to go public and has selected some heavy hitters, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, and Morgan Stanley, to be the lead underwriters for its IPO. Now, what exactly is Shein? Well, it's a popular name in the fashion world, known for producing a vast array of trendy garments and accessories at lightning speed. In fact, it was last valued at a whopping $66 billion, surpassing the likes of Zara and H&M. Impressive, right? But like any story, there are a few challenges. Shein still needs to win the trust of US regulators. There have been reports of forced labor in its supply chain, violations of labor laws, environmental harm, and even allegations of stealing designs from independent artists. Yikes! In fact, the newly formed House Select Committee on the Chinese Communist Party is currently investigating Shein, and many lawmakers, including 16 Republican attorneys general, are urging the SEC to ensure that Shein isn't using forced labor before it starts trading in the US. So there are definitely hurdles to overcome. On a separate note, Wells Fargo is warning about a potentially unstable first half for stocks. Chris Harvey, their head of equity strategy, sees a volatile path ahead, with his year-end target for the S&P 500 at 4,625. That's just 75 points above Monday's closing number. So hold on to your seats, folks. So let's talk about what's going on in the crypto world. First up, we have ARK Invest selling off more of their Grayscale Bitcoin Trust holdings. This comes as the discount on the trust narrows. It'll be interesting to see how this impacts the market moving forward. Next, Ripple is making some waves with its recent acquisition of Medico, a Swiss digital assets custody firm. This acquisition brings Ripple closer to banks, and it's got the XRP army excited. With Medico working with HSBC, one of the world's largest banks, there's potential for more attention on the coin. In other news, crypto exchange HTX is back on track after a $30 million hack. They've reinstated their Bitcoin services and plan to gradually reinstate functionality for other cryptocurrencies as well. It's good to see them recovering from the attack and getting back to business. Now let's talk about the big players, Bitcoin and Ethereum. They've been moving sideways early in the weekend. Regulatory scrutiny in the US is still a challenge, and investors are eagerly awaiting spot ETF decisions. Bitcoin has been struggling to stay above $38,000, but despite this, analysts are remaining optimistic. Lastly, there's news about Inferno Drainer, a popular crypto wallet draining kit for hire. They're shutting down for good after assisting phishing scammers in stealing nearly $70 million worth of crypto this year. It's a reminder that the crypto world has its fair share of risks and bad actors. Capital gains tax can put a dent in your profits, but there are ways to minimize it. Let's dive into some strategies that can help you save on capital gains tax. When you sell an asset like stocks, bonds, real estate, or other investments, you may have to pay capital gains tax on the profit you made. The capital gain is the difference between the selling price and the original purchase price. But here's the good news. Depending on your income, you could qualify for lower tax rates, even as low as 0%. In 2024, if you own assets like cryptocurrency for more than a year, you could benefit from long-term capital gains, tax rates of 0%, 15%, or 20%. For instance, in 2023, single filers can earn up to $44,625 in taxable income, or $89,250 for married couples filing jointly, and still pay 0% on long-term capital gains. In 2024, these 0% tax brackets are expanded even further, allowing single filers with taxable income of $47,025 or less, and married couples filing jointly with taxable income of $94,050 or less to enjoy the tax-free treatment. Take note of two important strategies: tax loss harvesting and tax gains harvesting. Tax loss harvesting involves selling investments at a loss to offset capital gains. On the other hand, tax gains harvesting involves recognizing a gain on securities sales to incur a smaller tax amount. Knowing when to use each strategy is crucial. Crypto investors, for example, may benefit more from tax gains harvesting due to a wash sale loophole, which allows them to sell at a gain and pay no tax. So remember to consider your options and make the most of these strategies to save on capital gains tax. Today's personal finance quote of the day comes from Benjamin Graham. He emphasizes the importance for individual investors to act consistently and not be swayed by the allure of speculation. In other words, it's all about adopting an investor mindset rather than that of a speculator. Graham's advice is timeless and valuable, reminding us to approach personal finance with a level head. By acting as an investor rather than a speculator, we can make more informed decisions and increase our chances of long-term financial success. So, the next time you're considering an investment, remember Benjamin Graham's words and ask yourself, am I approaching this as an investor or a speculator?
In today's episode, we discussed a range of topics including the flat stock market following a strong November, the decline in new home sales, Shein's upcoming IPO, and valuable tips on saving capital gains tax, along with highlights on Jack Ma's food business, Foxconn's investment in India, and the positive outlook on the crypto industry, the challenges facing Shein's IPO, news on ARK Invest, Ripple's Medico acquisition, the reopening of Bitcoin services after a hack, and finally, the importance of consistent investing over speculation according to Benjamin Graham. Thanks for tuning into the Morning Download, your go-to podcast for personal finance, economics, and market insights in just 8 minutes a day. Don't forget to subscribe for more helpful content and sign up for our free newsletter at Morning Download. Subscribe.